Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Failure Fox Minecraft tutorial series. Now that we've actually started playing the game, one thing we'd like to take note of is this block we're standing on. Before we've moved, before we've done anything except for look around, this block becomes very important. Well, not so much the block, but the placement. So I'm going to mark it like this for now. The reason this is this is the spawn point. This is the exact center of the world. A few things about our world that we've generated will focus on this. For one, when we die, as long as you're not in hardcore mode, you will show up in this exact spot right here. So, if you're not careful, if you run off too far, and you die, you'll show up right here. Anyway, the little sign in the top right of a corner of our screen, I should say, says press I to open inventory. I've opened an inventory. Now again, yours should be E, but I like I, because I am weird. So this is our inventory screen. We have slots for armor, a little crafting thing here, and I just realized I have to start over because I f***ed up, because I shouldn't be using this texture pack. So now everything makes more sense, so I'm going to actually continue explaining things now. We have a crafting square over here, and a little thing that produces things when we craft them. I'll explain that a little later. And a whole bunch of inventory slots. And these little ones down here. And I already put these away for some reason. As you can see, the little inventory shows up down here, which is also on the bottom of our screen. Other things to note about our little heads-up display here is the little hearts, which is our life bar. If that goes down to nothing, we die. Right off to the right of that is the food bar. If the further down that goes, the less good it is, really. Essentially, while it is full, you will regenerate health when you are hurt. So you can essentially, you're kind of immortal, actually. It's kind of neat. Right below that is the experience bar, which we're not ever really going to need to worry about. We will have to worry about it eventually, but for now, it's not important. So, real quick, let's check our achievements for a guide on what to do. Get wood. Attack a tree until a block of wood comes out. Alright. This looks like a good tree. Right over here. I totally was going to. So let's left click and attack this tree. Why isn't it working? Now, you may come into this situation when you first start playing the game. When you actually want to collect something, you hold left click to continuously bash something. See how there's little pixels going on in there? Not only falling off, but the actual texture of the block is changing. Eventually it just pops out. Oh, we got an achievement, it's good in wood. So let's go ahead and collect the rest of this tree real quick. Tree. Now, before I collect the last thing, an interesting thing to note. The leaves on this tree, though they're easy to destroy, and sometimes we'll actually drop a sapling of the appropriate tree. There are multiple types of trees. We'll probably see them eventually. This is the dark pine wood. As long as there are leaves touching each other, and then touching a piece of wood, they will not decay. Well, as long as they're close enough. So it's a good idea to, if you want to keep your world looking pretty, and not have just clumps of leaves everywhere, make sure that they're not touching another tree, like break it off like there, and then take out all of the wood. Good thing about them decaying is there's a higher chance, or decaying naturally, is there's a higher chance of them actually becoming, dropping saplings. Saplings, of course, you put down into the ground and they become trees eventually, just like nature, only within like 3 days, instantaneously. Alright, so real quick I'm going to come back to our starting block here, and I want to do a couple of things. So first, let's take some wood and put it on our crafting table. Left click to grab and move anything wherever you like. And then right click to place down one thing, or you could just place all of it down. Now, wood by itself, just one block, can be crafted into wooden planks. 4 of them, in fact. If you do this, though, it will not work. It has to just be one square that you have your wood resource in. It doesn't matter how many's in there, but just one there. Left click will take us one instance of this, one crafting of it. So, as you can see, we had 6 blocks of wood, and we got 4 wooden planks out of it by just one click. I'm going to go ahead and use all of them, which I believe if you shift click, you automatically craft everything there. I'm going to go ahead and put in my hotbar now. Now the hotbar, you can actually select different things by either using the number keys. 1 through 9 will instantly jump you to whatever point, or the scroll wheel of your mouse. So it goes, and there we go. Now I want to place some wood here, so that wooden planks here, so that I can know where this is at all times. Of course, oh, and the sun is moving, and it's moving pretty quickly. Along with the, thought the clouds went, whatever. Anyway, so I'm gonna want to put this down, so let's go ahead and try. Aha. Now, one thing that you may not know, again, if you've just started playing the game, is to put down a block, you right-click with it. You can only do this with a few items, well, most items, but some items, like, ones that we'll come into, we'll find later on, that aren't blocks, such as, like, coal, or, some such, you can't right-click to put down. But, even so, it works. It works out fine. Now, we're kinda getting late in the day. So yeah, right-click, left-click, hold left-click to bash something with whatever you're holding in your hand. Most things won't matter, but there are tools we'll be making in just a moment that will matter. And right-click to place things down. If you can't right-click to place it down, then it probably doesn't need to be placed. Now, with these planks, we can go ahead and do a couple other things. We can do this and get a pressure plate, which is pretty much useless to us. Place it there and get some sticks, which we don't need right now. Or we can put 4 down in a square formation and get a crafting bench. We got another achievement. Sweet! Now, a crafting bench is probably the most important thing in this entire game. Reason being is if you right-click and put it down. Whoops, that was Q. That was Q for drop. Right-click to put it down, and then right-click to use it, you get a 3x3 square here, which doesn't sound all that interesting until you learn all the things you can make with it. Now, you can make everything you make in your little 2x2 inventory screen in this one. You just have a lot more room if you need it. So now we're going to make some sticks, obviously, as I've done it. Put the sticks like this. And we're going to go ahead and put some stuff down. How about this? Oh my goodness. We got a wooden pickaxe. There are a number of tools you can make, and actually out of a few other materials than just wood. For now, I'm going to make all of them out of wood, so I can go ahead and show them off. There is, of course, the pickaxe. There is the hoe. There is the shovel. And there is the axe. All useful for different things. I'm actually forgetting one. How about the sword? This way we can defend ourselves. Now, we have all these neat items in our inventory. It's getting late really quickly. Real quick, I want to check out my achievements, see if I missed anything. Because you can see there's different ways to go off, but it looks like we're completely fine. I'm going to go ahead and collect this. Again, you left-click and bash something, and you'll be able to collect it, usually. A crafting bench is not so much unique, but useful in the fact that you can just beat it with your hand, and you'll collect it regardless. Now, I've wasted most of the day just talking to you. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to hurriedly use my axe to more quickly harvest some wood. Not by much quicker, but quicker. This is going to be important soon, don't worry. And then I'm going to go ahead, and yeah, I'm leaving that tree, but I'll fix it. I'm going to go ahead and build into a wall. Because at night, things don't stay very safe. So, what I tend to do is I tend to find a nice wall, take a shovel or something, and just dig into it. Uh-oh. We found some stone. Stone no matter if you just beat it up with just your fist, unlike a lot of the everything we've encountered before, it just disappears. You've completely destroyed the wood, the stone instead of actually collecting it. So what you do is you use your pickaxe. We now have some cobblestone. Cobblestone is a pretty tough little material made of bits of rock. Check it out. Kind of neat looking. And now let's go ahead and harvest into this wall a little bit more. Just get out of there. Out of the way for a little bit. All in all, I'll tell you a secret. I want to collect 8 cobblestone right now. At least 8 cobblestone. So I'm going to go ahead and continue this for a little bit. I'll be back in just a moment. Hey, coal! This is actually very important. Before I leave, coal here, you can barely see it. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and get my video settings up to maximum brightness so you can see a little bit more. This is coal. A little gray block with black specks in it. And then if you harvest it with a wooden pickaxe or better, you get a piece of coal. Coal is really cool in that you can go ahead and put one piece there and a stick underneath it, and you get torches. Oops. Torches can be placed with the right click and shed light on your day. We feel safer already. You can see inside here. Alright, now I'm going to collect this coal and a few other things, and I'm going to get back to you in just a moment. Oh, and that right there is a lesson for you. Using the wrong tool on the wrong substance will pretty much waste the use of the tool. Tools have a limited usage. As you can see underneath my shovel here in the hotbar, right down here, it has a little green bar on it. That shows how long it has left before it will actually break. And I'm going to go ahead and change my brightness down to about half-mast. This way, when YouTube darkens the video, you should be able to see fine, and I actually experience the darkness like I want. I actually like it a little dark. But essentially, it'll take just as long as if you punched it if you use the wrong tool. However, it will waste the use of the tool. Now that we've lost our wooden pickaxe, which really wasn't all that quick, kind of boring and slow, let's go ahead and put some sticks in here and use some of our brand new cobblestone to make a better pickaxe. Look, another achievement! This is awesome! Stone pickaxes are able to collect more things than just stone and coal, which is all they stone, coal, and a certain sandstone thingy that wooden pickaxes are limited to. We are able to pick up more things, and also we pick things up a lot faster. Look at this! Look at this! It's so much faster. Cobblestone is is pretty much the pickaxe that you'll probably use through the entire game. It's very cheap to make, very easy to make, very quick to make, cost effective because it only costs 3 cobblestone. I mean, goodness gracious, you've got plenty of cobblestone through this game, since that's most of what you're mining is cobblestone. Just get out of the way. More coal? I'll never need anything ever again. This is a lie. I'll need a lot of it. And I'll show you why pretty soon. Running out of torches now. So let's go ahead and craft another essential of this game. Now, you've seen that everything that you've made with wood so far, the wood swords, pickaxe, hoe, shovel, and axe, you can go ahead and make it with cobblestone. Don't have the sticks to show you, and I'll just get some sticks real quick. But yeah, stone shovel, hoe, and axe. We can go ahead and make those. I don't want to do that. What I want to do right now is make the next, pretty much the second most important thing in this game. I'm going to make, essentially, a box of cobblestone to make a furnace. Hot topic. Hell yeah. Now, if we put down this furnace, boop, we've got another interactable object if we right-click on it. Now, this is kind of weird looking, but essentially, if you put something to burn in here, then you put something to cook in it. Once the fuel is used up, it just goes up, and this is actually going to create for us something kind of neat. Charcoal. Charcoal is exactly like coal, except that it's easier to get, and you can't stack them on each other. Everything you use coal for, you can use charcoal for. Case in point, we just got some more torches. Now, something of note with the furnace, if you beat it up with your hand, notice how long it's taking. It takes super long to collect it this way. Generally, if anything takes an extremely long time to collect with whatever tool you're using, even if you just using your fist, that means it can't be collected that way. So an axe doesn't work, shovel doesn't seem to work, hoe doesn't seem to work, pickaxe, whoa, look at that! And we've got it back! Now I guarantee you, if you tried to do that with just your fist, it would have been destroyed. In fact, there are some people that for a long time thought that you couldn't collect it because it just always destroyed itself. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret. This sword, oh my goodness, that's a creeper. This sword is pretty much useless. I don't want it. I'm going to upgrade it to the stone sword. This way, we do a little bit more damage to any enemies. Speaking of, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves to the local populace. Oh, it's almost sunrise. Wow, I take a long time to talk about things. So, let's see. There's some pigs over there. We'll talk to them later. Well, us and our friend here, we'll talk to them. That right there is a skeleton. Skeletons are very dangerous. If they notice you, they'll start shooting at you. Yep, I think he saw us. Yep. Oh my! Oh goodness. No you don't. Can't get me. Ow! I'll attack you with my sword by left-clicking. And right there is a zombie. Zombies are pretty easy. They just kind of walk towards you, try to hug you. But their hugs are dangerous, so do not do it. Do not dare touch them. And that's a creeper. Creepers are dangerous because they don't do any damage, they just touch you. If they get too close, they make that sound, and then they'll explode. When they explode, and if they're right next to you, which they always will explode if they're close enough, and sometimes when they're not close enough, they'll do massive damage to you. Right next to them, you'll probably die if you stand right next to a creeper and it explodes. Oh my goodness, look at that! Sugarcane! And a bone I didn't realize I picked up, and rotten flesh from the zombie. Those of which I'll talk later. Sugarcane. Beat it with your fist to collect. Now what's cool about sugarcane is you can make a few little vanity items, and as well as a couple very useful items. But also, if you put one down, like this, next to water, it'll eventually grow up to three lengths high. So you can get much more of it very quick. Similarly, these cacti do the same thing. And with any of these growing things, like sugarcane or cactus, if you destroy the bottom, destroy the bottom block, hey, another skeleton was here. I'll explain why that was like that in a moment. If you break the bottom block, then all the blocks above them will be broken. Now we have cactuses. Now, interesting thing about cactus, ow, it'll hurt you. It'll also hurt enemies. Now, back there just a moment ago, we saw some bones and arrows on the ground. That was from a skeleton. You see, skeletons and zombies, being of the undead, fear the sun. So much so that they die when the sun touches them. So, generally, during the night, or whenever the sun is blocked, like within a cave, or an unlit cave, or if it's really stormy out, then you're pretty unsafe outside, or around that area. Like in a cave, it's gonna be dark, so there's gonna be undead and demons and stuff. Well, not demons, but you know what I mean, enemies. Speaking of which, there's actually a few other enemies that we didn't see that will remain around during the daytime. Most of which, though, you probably don't need to worry too much about. Oh, hey, we just got some seeds. Seeds, as you might assume, work with your hoe. Real quick, I'm going to try and get some more. It's good to have a good amount of seeds.